Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, in this session I'm taking some more questions from data interpretation section. These days some different type of questions are appearing in various exams. So I thought let me take some new pattern of questions, and in this sequence, this is the first set. Some of the data missing in the table, you have to find out the remaining values based on the following facts. Half the students were either excellent or good. 40% of the students were females, and one third of the male students were average. Okay, so we have these three facts. Half students were either excellent or good. 40% of the students were female. Now we can see a female, a total 32, right? And 32 is 40%. That means 100% will be 80, right? So total must be 80. So if 32 are female, that means 48 are males. Then one third of the male students were average. So out of 48, one third, that is 16 average. Right? 16 and 10, 26, that means remaining 22 are good. Now this total is 30, that means this must be 8. Then half the students were either excellent or good. So out of 80, half, that means 40 students are either excellent or good. Now 30 is good, that means remaining 50 excellent. So if this is 50, this is 10, that means this should be 40. Sorry, half the students, so 40, right? So if this is 30, that should be 10, right? So 30 plus 10, 40. Half of the students, that is half of 80, that is 40 should be good or excellent. So 40. So if this is 10, this is 10, that means this is 0, right? So if this is 8, this is 0, this is 32, that means this should be 24, right? And this should be 40. Okay. So now the table is completely filled up. We can answer all the questions very easily within a minute. How many students were both male and good? So good male, that is 22, right? This figure. How many students are both female and excellent? Excellent female, 0. What is the proportion of good male students? Good male student, that is 22 out of 48. I think there is some problem in this question. Proportion, that means what is the other data? Leave that. Among average students, what is the ratio of male to female? Average male to female, 16, 24, 8 2s are 8 3s are, that means 2:3. Among good students, what is the ratio of female to male? Good female to male, 8, 22, that means 4:11. Right? Pretty simple. Now, data related to performance of 6 batsmen in a tournament. Number of matches played in the tournament by batsmen A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, average runs scored in the tournament and total balls faced in the tournament and strike rate. Now, what is strike rate? Strike rate is total runs scored by total ball faced into 100. Okay, all the given batsmen could bat in all the given matches played by him. Few values are missing. A candidate is expected to, okay, fine. So let us see. Now we have been given this formula for strike rate, total runs scored by total balls faced into 100. But in the table we have not been given see, we have been given average runs scored in the tournament in for 3 of the batsmen, right? So straight we go to the question without wasting the time. The respective ratio between total number of balls faced by D and that by F in the tournament is 3:4. Balls faced by D and F. So that is, this is suppose 3x, then this should be 4x, right? So we have to find out total number of runs scored by F in the tournament is what percent more than the total runs scored by D in the tournament. So F is what percent of D, right? So in the numerator we have to put up F and denominator D, total runs scored. So I assume this to be A, this to be B, this to be C, this to be D. So AB is the total number of score because total number of matches played by D is A and average is B. So total will be AB. Now AB by 3x is 72, right? AB by 3x is equal to 72. I am not taking 100 into consideration because we have to find out the ratio and 100 will be mutually cancelled. So AB by 3x is 72. So AB is 72 into 3x, but in the numerator we have to put up the data of f. So CD by 4x is 66. So CD will be 66 into 4x and AB will be 72 into 3x. Okay. So precisely it is 11 9. So it is like 2 more, means f is 2 more than d, right? So 2 by 9 into 100%. Okay, so that is 200 by 9%, right? I hope that's clear. If the runs scored by E in last 3 matches of the tournament are not considered, his average runs scored in the tournament will decrease by 9. So in all, E has played 28 matches and average score is 55. So the total will be 28 into 55. So total is 28 into 55. And last 3 matches if we do not consider, that means only 25 matches, the average score goes down by 9. So this is the score of total score of 25 matches. So the difference will be the total score of the last 3 matches, that is 26, 27 and 28th match. So need to do this calculation quickly. 28 into 5 is 140, 140 into 11, 1540. 25 into 2, 50, 50, 23 into 5 is 115, 0. So this is the total score of the last 3 matches. 1550, 1150, 400, so it must be 390, right? Now 26 and 28, both of them below 128, no 3 scores are different. So if I deduct 128 and 127, I'll be getting the maximum possible value of E. I'm sorry, minimum possible value of E. So that is 135. Okay, maximum of 26th match, maximum of 27th match. So minimum of 28th match. So that is 135. Clear? Now this question. In the tournament, the total number of balls faced by batsman A is 74, less than the total number of runs scored by him. What is the average score by batsman A in the tournament? Okay, so total number of balls is suppose X. Then the total run will be X plus 74. Now we have been given the formula for strike rate, and strike rate for A has been given over here. So precisely total run score, that is X plus 74 divided by X is equal to 1.296, because this is 100 being multiplied, so on the opposite side it will be divided. So total runs scored, that is X plus 74 divided by X is equal to 1.296. That means X will be equal to 74 by 0.296, right? That means the total run scored will be this plus 74. Okay, now since we have to find out the average, so number of matches yes played is 8. So divide this calculation by 8. Okay, now 0.296, I just multiply 100 over here. 74 4s are 296. So this is 25. 25 plus 74. I'm sorry, it will be 1000. So it is 250. So 250 plus 74. So it's 40.5. Okay, so that's pretty simple. I hope you are clear. Batsman B faced equal number of balls in first 10 matches he played in the tournament and last 10 matches he played in the tournament. If his strike rate in first 10 matches of the tournament are 120, okay, probably 150 is for last 10 matches. What is the total number of balls faced by him in the tournament? Okay, so equal number of balls. So I suppose the total number of balls is 2x. So in first 10 matches, x balls, and in the last 10 matches, x balls, right? And the total run scored will be for batsman B will be it is 20 into 81. Okay. So 20 into 81 is 162. So 1620 the total number of runs. Okay. So for the first 10 matches, I suppose the total run is y divided by x, that is total number of balls faced, that should be 1.2. Similarly, for last 10, y it will be 1620 minus y by x is 1.5. So if you divide these two equations, or if I divide this by this, I'll be getting 1620 minus y by y is 5 by 4. So if I solve it, x will be cancelled. So I'll be getting 9y is equal to 4 into 1620. So y will be equal to 720, right? So y is 720. Then x will be equal to 1.2 times y. Sorry, y by 1.2. So this divide by 1.2. So that comes to 600. So total balls will be 600 plus 600, 1200. Okay. I hope you are clear. I just do it once again. Equal number of balls. So x and x. Total balls will be 2x. So y is the total runs scored in first 10 matches, and overall 1620 total runs are there. So in last 10 matches 1620 minus y. So this is the strike rate 120 and 150. So I divided this equation by this equation. So by solving I can get the value of y. If y is divided by 1.2, we'll be able to get the value of x, and from x we can get 2x. So the answer is 1200. Okay. What is the number of matches played by batsman C in the tournament? So I suppose that is x, right? Now we can use this formula. Suppose this is x, then the total run will be x into 38. So x into 38 divided by total balls faced, that is 400. So 38x by 400 is equal to 1.14, or I can say 114. I just removed zeros from here, and this is 4. So 3 into 4, that is 12. So total number of matches is 12. Okay. So that's pretty simple. I hope you are clear with all the 5 questions in this set. Now let's try this question. This set of questions, 5 questions are there. The question based on simple and compound interest. For 6 persons, AB 5 persons, type of interest compound, simple compound, principal somewhere it is given, somewhere not, amount, year, and somewhere rate of interest. So we just have to find out some missing data over here. Let's take the first question. If the ratio of interest rate of E to that of D is 2:3, then what is the principal of D? Now if interest rate of E is 4, then D it must be 6. Rate of interest must be 6. Now for D we have been given the amount, right, and number of years is 3 years. So for 1 year the rate of interest is 6%, that means for 3 years it will be 18%, right? So whatever is your principal, suppose it is x, so x plus 18% of x is 29500. So you can make the equation like this, right? And apart from that, what you can do, since your amount after 3 years is 29500, so the principal cannot be this and this. So 2 options are already cancelled. Apart from that, even now you can go by option. Suppose you choose option 20,000, right? So 20,000 and 18% of 20,000 is something around 3600. So the figure will be 23,600. So even this cannot be the correct option. Now if this is not correct, we are getting less than 29500. That means even 15,000 will not be correct. So 25,000 will be the correct answer, right? So 25,000 and 18% of 25,000, if you add, you will be getting 29500. Pretty simple. If the interest is compounded yearly for 3 years, then what is the amount to be earned by C? So C, principal is 20,000 and rate of interest is 4% and number of years is 2. So simple interest will be for first year it is 800, and since it is compound interest, so interest on this amount will also be earned. So 800, 4% of 800, that is 32 rupees. So in all it is 1632, right? So 20,000 and 1632, so the 21,21632. So there is no option like this, so probably all the options are wrong. Okay, so your answer will be 21632. So the problem is simple. I hope you are clear. What is simple interest of B if the ratio of principal of C to that of B is 4:5? So C is 20,000 and the ratio of C to B is 4:5. That means if it is 20,000, it must be 25,000. Okay. And rate of interest is 10% more than that of C. So C, if it is 4%, then it has to be 14%. So 14% for 4 years, right? That means in all it is 56%. Okay, so since we just have to find out the simple interest, what we can do is we can find out the 56% of this. So precisely that will be 250 into 56. So that comes to 14,000 rupees. Again, it seems answers options are wrong. So not to worry about it. Some of the questions have been taken from some papers. So probably options may not be correct. But the procedure is absolutely easy, absolutely correct. So you don't have to get confused about it, right? Simple interest we have to find out. The principal is 25,000 rupees. Since the ratio of B to C, C to B is 4:5, so C is 4 part, B is 5 part, right? So 5, 4, 5, 5. So 25,000 is correct, and rate of interest C is 4%. That means rate of interest of B is 10% more. That means 14%. So for 4 years, 14% into 4, that is 56% of 25,000. So that comes to 14,000, right? If principal of A is 20% more than that of E, so if E is 10,000, it has to be 12,000. Then what is the amount of A? So it is compound interest for 2 years at the rate of 2%. So for first year, the interest will be the simple interest for the second year. Now since it is compound interest on first year, it will be 2.4 into 2, so that is 4.8. So it is 480 plus 4.8, so it is 484.8. So 12,000 plus 484.8, that will be your answer. So precisely this. Okay. If amount of D equals to 5 times that of his principal, amount of D is 5 times, so I assume that means obviously interest is 4 part, right? If the amount is 5 times, suppose the principal is x and amount is 5x, that means interest part is 4x. Okay, so we have to find out the rate of interest. So interest is 4x, principal is x, into rate of interest we have to find out. Time is 3 years divided by 100. So very easily you can calculate, right? So it is 4 by 3 into 100. So that is 133.33%, right? So pretty simple. All the 5 questions of this set are clear, I hope. Now let's see this set of questions. Once again, 5 questions are there. Data related to number of candidates appeared and qualified in a competitive exam from 2 states during 5 years. Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh they are talking about. And 2012 to 2016 for 5 years. So few values are missing in the table indicated by dash. So a candidate is expected to precisely, we just have to fill up the information, precisely missing information. Okay, so let's take the first question. Okay, out of the number of qualified candidates from state Andhra Pradesh in 2014 and 2014 Andhra Pradesh, this first table, uh, the respective ratio of male and female candidate is 11:7. So number of qualified candidate is 60%, and male is to female is 11:7. If the number of female qualified candidates from state Andhra Pradesh in 2014 is 126, what is the number of appeared candidates? Okay, so precisely 7 part is 126, because male is to female ratio is 11:7, and the qualified female candidate is 7 part, so 7 part is 126, and in all it is 11 plus 7, 18 part. So 7 part is 126, that means 18 part will be 126 by 7 into 18. So that is actually 324, and these are actually qualified candidates. I'm sorry, this is qualified candidate. This is 60% of the appeared candidate, right? So appeared candidate will be 324 divided by points, divided by 0.6 I can do. So that is 540. Okay. So the story is very simple. I explain it once again. Number of qualified candidates, qualified male is to female ratio is 11:7. Qualified number of persons is 60% in 2014. So from 7 part 126, so 18 part, that is total number of qualified candidates, we got 324. So then 324 is 60% of the total number of candidates. So total number of candidates will be 540. Okay, pretty simple. Number of appeared candidates from state Uttar Pradesh, appeared candidate from Uttar Pradesh increased by 100% from 2012 to 2013. So if it is 100%, that means if it is x, then it will be 2x. Okay, so number of appeared candidate from state increased by 100% to from 2012 to 2013. If the total number of qualified candidates from state Uttar Pradesh 2012 and 13 together is 408, what is the number of appeared candidates from the state of Uttar Pradesh in 2012? So precisely we have to find out the value of x. So we have been given the calculation, that is 30% of x plus 45% of x is 408, right? So what I can do is 30% of x, that is 0.3x, plus 45% of 2x, I'm sorry, so that will be 0.9x, and that is 408. So 9 and 3 12, so 2x, 9 and 3 12x, so 12x, x is 340. Okay, so that's pretty simple. I hope you are clear. What is the difference between number of qualified candidates from state Andhra Pradesh in 2012 and in that of in 2013? So 2012 appeared candidate for 450 and qualified is 60%. So difference is 0.6 of 450 minus whatever, maybe negative, maybe positive, 0.43 into 600. So we can make the calculation simple. If I remove the dot, I can remove this 0. And if I remove these two zeros, I can remove this dot. So it is 45 into 6 minus 43 into 6. So if you can take 6 as common, inside the bracket you will be getting 2. So 6 into 2, 12 will be the answer. Right? So that's pretty simple to solve. I hope you are clear. If the respective ratio between number of qualified candidates from state Andhra Pradesh in 2015 and 16 is 14 is to 9, what is the number of qualified candidates from state of Andhra Pradesh in 2016? Okay, ratio between number of qualified candidates in 2015 and 16. So this is 14x and this is 9x. So 0.7 of 480, that is 70% of 480 is 14x, right? It is equal to 14x and we have to find out the value of 9x. So this divided by 14 is x, right? So we have to find out 9x. So this will be the value of 9x. 9x, that is the number of qualified candidates in from Andhra Pradesh in 2016. I remove this, remove this. So it is 24 into 9. 216. Okay.